All right, so let's start with the big story that we are tracking on WION at this hour. In a retaliatory attack, Kyiv is directly targeting the Russian territories. Russia's defense ministry says that it has intercepted or destroyed at least about 71 Ukrainian drones overnight that targeted 6 separate Russian regions. Now, the Kirks region, in fact, bore the brunt of the attack. 49 drones were allegedly shot down there alone. Others were intercepted in Oryol, Ryazan, Bryansk, Vladimir and Tula. Ukraine is conducting deepest strikes inside of Russia for the first time since the war began. The map shows the deepest strikes so far inside of the Russian town of Shuya. The Shuya, nearly about 1,150 kilometers from the Ukrainian border, was hit for a second consecutive night. The Shuya houses a key Russian missile brigade that Ukraine has blamed for the devastating missile attacks on Sumy on Sunday that have killed at least about 35 people. On Telegram, Ukraine's Air Force has said that the Russian troops had fired a missile at Sumy, later adding that the Russian warplanes were dropping guided bombs on the city. Meanwhile, Russia continues its air campaign against Ukraine. Overnight, the Russian drones have struck several villages in the Sumy region, damaging homes, vehicles and infrastructure. In Dnipro, Russia launched a deadly attack. According to the region's governor, at least about 3 people were killed in these attacks and more than 30 others were injured. The images of the aftermath of the attack show buildings being ripped apart, streets littered with glass and rubble, and Ukraine's air defense forces claim that they've destroyed about 25 drones and jammed about 30 more during the latest Russian assault. Now, high-level Ukrainian officials have arrived in Paris for urgent talks with both European and American leaders, and amongst those at the table is the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and also Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff, as well as French President Emmanuel Macron. Now, Ukraine has said that it wants a stronger support, more weapons and also a push for peace. But there is growing unease in Kyiv about America's shifting tone. Ukraine fears that Washington could be softening its stance towards Moscow. Now, Russia has said that talks on a peace settlement are ongoing, but has accused Europe of stretching the war.
You know, the meeting was extremely productive, but, as I said before, many people, structures and countries are trying to disrupt our dialogue with the United States. There is very active propaganda against Russia in the United States in various mass media, so it is very important to convey the Russian position directly, and this was certainly done, and a very useful dialogue is underway.
The American President Donald Trump has vowed to end what he calls the bloodbath, but so far there's no sign of any progress that's been made. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.